Alrighty, good evening ladies and gentlemen, this is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. It's going to be another awesome cast today, and it's actually going to be a Terran versus Terran, so let's go ahead and let's start checking the game out. So up the top left side of the map, we do have Mr. YoDa. He is 21 years of age, from South Korea, plays for TCM Gaming, and I feel like we're, well, I was about to say we're far enough into the year to actually start talking about their WCS rank, but in actual fact we're probably a little bit too far into the year because they're running the global finals at the moment, so it's kind of the point where you don't care about their rank anymore. So yeah, maybe I won't mention it. Yeah, what can you say? A little bit late on the ball. So anyway, that's Mr. YoDa, and just in case you're wondering, he is number 28 on the WCS rank. So that is that. And his opponent down the bottom right side of the map, Mr. Bunny. He is 21 years of age, from Denmark, plays for Team Liquid, and number 24 on the WCS rank, just in case you wanted to know. And it looks like Bunny is going for some fast Banshee play right here. And it looks like YoDa is as well. The question is, Raven, who's getting the Raven, who's getting the Banshee? And it looks like Bunny is getting the Raven and YoDa is getting the Banshee. And I've just got to wonder, why couldn't it have been the other way around? Why did YoDa have to get the Banshee? Why did Bunny have to get a Raven? Unless Bunny knows YoDa's play style, knows that he always goes for Banshees, so just got the Raven to directly counter it. Because, I mean, there's no particular reason to get the Raven other than to counter the Banshee. I mean, that's basically it. You get the Raven, and then you build a Viking directly after that, and then you've got your Banshee hunting force coming out, and that's basically it. So moving the starport across, and almost certainly going to be a Viking coming out of here straight away. There we go. That thing, oh, he built a tank at the same time. That's why his minerals went down so fast. So anyway, there we go. The first Banshee coming out, and there is a Raven following it up. So we've gradually gone from just Banshee play as a nice TvT harassment to this Banshee Raven sort of play going on between these two players. You can see YoDa going for the early Banshee, but he's still definitely intending on getting a Raven and probably a Viking to follow that up, just so he can counter against a Banshee if Bunny decides to build one. It's a little bit later, but it's still going to be fine. So there we go, the Viking is out there, the Marines are out there, the Raven is out there, and one worker does go down, but not too much else is going to go down here, and it looks like, yep, this guy is going to die. Tried to get some Marines at the end, did not quite manage it, and that is it, game done. Although YoDa is building another Banshee. He's actually lost a Hellion at some point. I don't know how the hell that happened, but who knows? Did one of these guys have a Hellion kill? I got no idea. I really got no idea. Maybe he misclicked on it and destroyed it or something like that. Who can say? But regardless, he has sent a single Hellion out, and it has been utterly destroyed so far. I'd love to see which one of these Marines actually got the kill. See, there's one Marine for the kill here, but I think that Marine had the kill on the Banshee. I don't think it had the kill on the Hellion. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about this anymore. But we do have 3 Vikings, a Raven, 2 tanks, and a whole bunch of Marines, which is a very decent force. Tank, of course, going to be great for sieging up, attacking whatever Marine's going to be covering it. And in terms of the air, Bunny is going to be in a pretty good position. Although there is a Banshee coming around the other side, so he's not going to be having fun once that guy shows up. And presumably it's going to sneak all the way around the back here, but there is a missile turret, which should be enough to keep it off. Although it could still snipe some guys mining the gas without taking too many hits. And there we go. Very nice attack there. Banshee getting scared away. Meanwhile, attack going down here. The Marine numbers have been knocked down a little bit. Looks like Bunny has the air advantage, but not the ground advantage. The Marines getting taken out quite fast. And the air dropping down to try and help, which was unfortunately a bad idea. They pretty much died straight away. So yeah, Bunny is going to have to fall back here, try and regroup, and see if he can get the amount of Marines out that he needs to. It doesn't look like he's currently doing it, because he is building 2 more barracks. Mr. YoDa has 1 barracks. Only 1 barracks? He got that many Marines with only 1 barracks? Very, very interesting. He must have got some lucky siege tank, siege up shots before to wipe out all of Bunny's Marines before he actually met the main force in this. So yes, very, very interesting stuff. But YoDa, yeah, he's, in terms of the army, I think he did pretty good so far. We'll just have to go ahead and see what he can do in the rest of the game. So a nice bit of scouting here. He's going to move on to the other side, see if he can siege up there and maybe get some workers on the top side. But oh man, Bunny is ready for him. He is so ready, and it's just a pity that he didn't manage to kill that tank. He did get it down extremely low though. So that's instantly the end of YoDa's harassment. He's going to have to get out of there. There's a small chance he could siege up here and hit these guys. Maybe that would be in range. And Bunny would definitely not be expecting it, but he doesn't have any air, so he'd have to scan to actually see the workers, and that's definitely not the best option. Banshee coming around the side as well, going to get a couple of miscellaneous worker kills before being totally annihilated by the Vikings. So yeah, I'm really not sure who's winning at the moment. It seems very, very even for both players, even the army sizes, relatively even. So it's going to come down to something fancy, like the upgrades. We've got 1-1, about a third of the way done for YoDa. We've got 1 weapons further done for Bunny, but he's not getting armor at the moment, which could be interesting. And Stim is still ages off for Bunny, whereas YoDa nearly has it. So maybe that's going to give him the advantage. Definitely the armor is going to give him the advantage when it shows up. But Bunny is going to have weapons a lot sooner than Mr. YoDa is. So it's a bit all over the place. We do have a third base coming down for Bunny as well. Which, well, what are we talking about here? YoDa's already got his third base. So YoDa, I'm starting to like YoDa's chances in this game. I really am. He's got a lot of stuff going for him. He's got the Stim out a lot earlier. He's going to have 1 armor very, very soon. Bunny does have 1 weapon, and he's going to be moving out at the moment to see what he can do. Whether the early 1 weapons is going to be enough for an attack, I don't think so. Although he is thinking about moving out for an attack, but by the time he gets there, YoDa will have 1-1 and should be quite up to defending against Mr. Bunny. He may not have marine shields by then, and Bunny definitely will, but I'm not sure how much of a major issue that is. I mean, it's 45 versus 55. It's decent, but I don't think it's going to make or break this particular attack. So let's have a look here. 5 tanks versus 6 tanks. Marine count pretty much even. Medevac count pretty much even. It does depend. It does depend on which direction that Bunny decides to go in, how well YoDa defends. It looks like YoDa is going to get there in time to siege up and have a good chance of holding this on. And Bunny does see it with his scouting Vikings, so he's going to move across the other way. So yeah, YoDa has just got a case of having to make sure he defends at the right location. But of course it does take Bunny ages to move across, and it takes YoDa less time to move across, so he should be able to hold off on either side if he wants to. There he goes. He's sieging up and his tanks are a little bit exposed. This could be bad. Nobody within range of each other, unfortunately, so nothing going to happen here. But a couple of Raven bombs is a very, very nice trick from Mr. Bunny. Very, very nice stuff. He's got to move in a little bit closer, and this tank might come under some damage. There we go, and the Marines running in, just sniping a couple of tanks here. That is absolutely brutal. So YoDa definitely taking some decent hits there. You never want to see Marines sniping tanks because it's just not going to work out. Although Bunny realizing that the exact opposite could happen to him, that YoDa's Marines could run in and start sniping the tanks, does not want that to happen, so it does back off. So now YoDa, if we have a look at the army, where's the army? He's got 52 Marines, but only 1 tank versus 29.9. I would say that Bunny is definitely in the lead there. Tanks are invaluable, Marines are expendable. So throwing Marines into the wind, it's fine. Although he's not building all that many, only 4 at a time. Needs to bump those numbers up just a little bit, otherwise he will find himself with just not enough Marines to defend his tanks. So we know that YoDa has more than enough Marines to just sweep in and wipe out the whole lot if there's no Marines holding them off. So yes, very, very interesting stuff here. He is going to push in nice and hard, but he's spreading himself nice and thin. If YoDa comes in this direction, stims and runs in, he's going to take a lot of damage, but I think he could kill a lot of tanks as well and probably even it up some. So we'll just have to see what happens here. He's moving down. He doesn't want to run into that many tanks. and just sort of trying to hold back. He's going to kill all these Marines pretty easily enough, but the tanks are almost within range of the command center. And when that happens, it's just going to be bad news all over the place for Mr. YoDa. So he's just ignoring this force. He's just sort of sitting back. He's going to move in with all these Marines. There's 2 tanks here, but he should be able to overwhelm this force pretty easily if he moves in, and he needs to make a decision right now. He cannot just move his Marines around the middle of the map sort of dancing around and not really doing anything. He's got to make a decision on what his play is. Does he run back? Does he defend? Does he try and go around this side and get in? Does he go straight for the main gate of Bunny and try for a base race? I don't know which the best decision is, but he's got to make a decision. Coming around the backside, not a bad idea. He's going to be... Oh, he does get spotted, but he's going to run in here. He runs in from both sides. He's going to kill a ton of tanks. But this is basically just an evening move at the moment, because YoDa just had so many less tanks than Bunny has. And so he's pretty much evened it up at the moment. Although he does have a lot more Marines at the moment because of that well-executed tank rush. The tanks really didn't get a good amount of Marine kills, but still, when it comes down to it, Marine tank versus Marine tank, the tank numbers are really the important thing. The Marine numbers are important, but they're not super important, because you can re-macro Marines up so fast by the end of the game. So let's have a look at the upgrades. YoDa has been going nutso on the upgrades. He's quarter of the way through, third of the way through 3-3. Bunny has been getting his shit together though, and he is just started 3-3. So no real advantage for either player. Maybe in a couple of minutes YoDa will have a small advantage, but that's going to be knocked down pretty quickly. The Marines all running in there. There is a small group waiting to head them off. Get in there nice and close, and they do take a couple of shots out of the medevacs, which is going to stop them from landing completely. And yeah, moving his force back over there to try and head them off. Needs to get supply depots. Bunny, what the hell? Desperately needs supply depots. I'm not sure if he even realizes it. Oh, he just finished one. Did he do a supply drop, or was it just not showing up on the production tab? I cannot say which one it is, but yeah. So he's going to be falling back, and Bunny just sort of moving out. It's interesting at the moment. YoDa probably waiting until 3-3, and then he's going to move out. He's got a lot more Marines, but the tank numbers are not really all that good, although he is producing 2 more at the moment. So when he moves out with those 2-2 and 3-3 weapons, he could do quite a lot of damage. He's definitely got the Marine numbers to make up for it. And yes, now is the perfect time for YoDa to be moving out. He's got a nice advantage. Says the Marine numbers, he's got a nice advantage in terms of the upgrades. He's got to be careful of these siege tank numbers though. There's so many siege tanks, and he's sort of skirted around them. If he picks the right time and runs in, like this is the right time right now, if he moves in, he will have to face a lot of Marines, but oh no, yeah, he would have to face a lot of Marines, so maybe that isn't the right time. He needs to have his siege tank set up to take a ton of damage out of those Marines, and then just get in and start sniping the tanks. But we will have to see. It's just all over the place, and Bunny is really doing a great job at making sure his tank numbers stay high. He is not messing around. There we go. Great opportunity there for Mr. YoDa. Get in. He just got 2 tanks for free, and he's just going to be running in here. And beautiful play there, and Bunny just gives the GG straight away. So it's a case of beautifully timed attack. YoDa left a couple of his rear tanks out in the open and undefended, and YoDa just saw the opportunity, just went in there, sniped him out, and just pushed really hard. And in the end, Bunny just had to say, you know what, that's too much, I give up, GG, and that is it. So thank you very much for watching this game. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with another one. Stay tuned.